Alright, what's up guys? Coming back at you with another one. She is getting Megan Racing exhaust today. I'm going to do a cold start, stock exhaust, and then with the Megan Racing exhaust, I'll show you how to put it on, how to take this off. And yeah, we'll get started. Oh, I do want to add in these exhaust clips, I am going to rev the gas a little bit, but this thing is 100% bone stock everything. The ECM will only let you rev it to like 3,500 RPMs, so if it sounds lame, that's why. Oh, got her up. Man, I do gotta say, I don't remember this lifting so high. Like I feel like I can almost walk underneath that. That's a little sketchy. Plus, when you lift it, the car naturally comes forward. Yeah. It's not touching. It's not touching though. All right, let's put our life under there and get to work, shall we? All right, now I got you under here. These little lights are nifty. Power Probe makes them. They're freaking awesome, but I think that's our first plan of attack is those 3 nuts on that flange. Oh, you're doing this. Get you one of these. Little, the exhaust rubber donut hanger releaser, fellas. You can do it without it, but it's just a lot easier with it. Alright, first choice here. Little 1/4-inch Milwaukee with just the stupidest extension on it. I'm sure that's not gonna work, but we gotta back up if it don't. Oh, wouldn't you know? Probably never see that nut again. Let's try another one. Oh, that nut fell out. And we're getting blinded. Well, let's try door number 3. Alright. And that nut stayed up in there. Oop, fell on my face. Alright, so now we've got 900 hangers and drop this thing on our face. I do gotta say, FedEx came yesterday to deliver the new exhaust. Had to sign for it, even though I clicked the box saying don't need to sign for it. Needless to say, people have jobs. I wasn't here, so they didn't drop it. So I am relying on them to bring it today. We'll see what happens. Attempt to show you how this works one-handed. I don't think it's going to work out so well for me. So one end goes front, one end goes behind, and you squeeze it. And if I had 2 hands, it would have worked. So let me have 2 hands and then we'll be back. So here's another thing in the back. You get your 3 mufflers. These things now, I mean, we're just right here, but it's kind of underneath here. I'm gonna say it'll be a little bit easier. Just take these clips out and go ahead and pull both sides down. Give you better access, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, the way these unclip, they hinge, it's almost like they knew you were gonna do this. So they made it a lot easier on you. That's pretty neat.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
So far this exhaust hanger in the center of the car has been my least favorite because she's digged down from both ends. So you just got to put a bunch of silicone all over that and kind of work each side back a little bit. and then kind of poke at the center without cutting this. Again, have to have 2 hands. All right, guys, we got it out. You see how massive that one piece exhaust is, and it's actually pretty nice. These are really nice bends. It's pretty thick tubing. You can kind of see right in here where it necks down. I'm gonna get a mic on that in a minute and show you what we got here. But yeah, I'm gonna clean that up, and that's going right on the wall. Right on the wall. That's a nice piece. Now, obviously, just by looking at all of this, all the nice mandrel bends, this is a really nice flowing exhaust system. If anything, by putting the Megan on here, I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to lose power. I can guarantee there's none to be had, but I'm not really about that anyway. I just want the sound, because there's no sound at all. Anyway, let's get on it here. It's like the outside diameter, 2.37 inch. What I'm interested is in this this inside diameter here. Well, now so it's 2 inch. That's balls on. She is 2 inch inside diameter at the collector. That's pretty that's kind of garbage. That's pretty terrible. Now I'm just assuming, because I don't have the exhaust yet, that it stops here. I don't think it includes the actual downpipe. Pretty sure it doesn't. But seeing how skinny that is, if I end up going more horsepower wise on this thing in the future, something's got to be done about that. And then I'll probably upgrade the exhaust again, because in order for this to work right, the Megan exhaust has to be 2 inches right there. Otherwise it's gonna leak. So right off the bat, right at the very beginning, you're gaining nothing. Nothing to be gained. But again, that's not why I'm doing this. Did I mention I weighed the exhaust? I already don't remember. But anyway, it's 39 pounds is what it comes out to. Like almost exactly 39 pounds. I'm assuming that this Chinese Megan racing exhaust that I'm getting is probably going to be heavier than this. Just saying. So, got my little brackets fabbed. Little fab action. We're going to find some studs in the wall and put her up for the winter time. Because, you know, in the winter time, I got to put it back on so I can get better traction. Not. Alright, guys. We got her did. And even better, I did it before the wife got home, so I didn't have to ask her for help, which means that I didn't have to hear the 40 reasons why this is a bad idea. Speaking of the wife, she'll be home in about an hour, which kind of sucks for, you know, me out here doing projects, because there's probably 40 other things I was supposed to do today that I'm going to have to hear about, and the exhaust is still not here yet. Good job, FedEx. Good job. Oh, FedEx. Where's FedEx? Alright, finally showed up now that it's like dusk and dinner time. I already threw this thing on the scale. It's 60 pounds, so I hope there's a bunch of wood in this box, because it's already 20 pounds heavier than the factory exhaust. And I'll get this apart. Oh yeah, there's all my bolts and everything gone, for sure. I'll let you know. Alright, I just flung the box open. Now, that's nice that they got everything wrapped by itself, but what I'm interested in is my hardware. So there's a random clamp. Oh, might have found it. Oh, that's real promising. There's a hole in that bag, and yeah, I kind of figured this was going to be the case, so let me get in here and try to find the rest of it. Guarantee I won't be able to. Alright, we got it unboxed. So, a few things here. First off, I want to point out, I was able to find all the bolts. Unbelievable. But what's also very believable is, of course, the main flange, of course, took a hit and it's tweaked. So I'm going to heat that and bend that back. But this is weird. So this is the Megan Racing exhaust. I paid $5.99 for this plus Joe Biden. So here's weird. So in all of the descriptions for this, it's stated that it's a 2.36 inside diameter piping. I could tell immediately whenever I open this thing. I'm trying to get this thing to work here. This is 3-inch. For sure, all of it. 3-inch. Not only that, but it looks different than what's in all of the ads. It's 3-inch inside diameter. That's crazy. And even more so than that. So you remember on the stock inlet was exactly 2 inches. Trying to work this upside down and two-handed here. The inside diameter of this is 2.5. Even at the skinniest, skinniest part here, outside diameter is 2.7. So that's going to be a little interesting. That gasket has got to make a good seal because this hole is bigger than what the factory downpipe is. Here's another thing. All of the ads, everything you look at on this section, this right here looks like some Chinese man like cobbled this thing together. And it's super restrictive. All of these, like, it had welds and it was just small diameter piping and just terrible. This is completely different. This is actually quality looking. And I look down inside this and it's perfect inside here. And final thing, if I can find it, this blew me away, I'm not gonna lie. Magnet. It's not sticking to any of this. None of this stuff. It is 100%, even the welds, 100% stainless steel. I am actually blown away right now. See how it sounds. That's the biggest test. Alright, I got that heat and beat. That's pretty much straight again. And I take back the thing I said about having all of the hardware, because I just realized, I guess, these bolt-on, yeah, all of those are gone. I scrounged up my own. I'd have really liked to had some 10.9 stuff. I don't even know what the hell this is, but get her done. Alright, I got the little mount wings bolted on. And I can't really show you doing this because all of this stuff takes two hands, and you know, I'm trying to hold, I just can't, and I can't afford one of those fancy phone stands or camera stands or even a nice camera, you know what I'm saying? Need like 700 more subscribers. Then we'll see. Alright, got her together here. Haven't tightened down any of the clamps or anything like that. But just looking at that one, yeah, it should be pretty close to how this thing's supposed to sit. So now I'm going to tighten the clamps up a little bit and then try to get it underneath there without fucking a bunch of shit up. So I think I had a slight change of plans. Instead of putting it together and then putting it on the car, kind of how the old one comes off of the car, I think I'm going to put it on one piece at a time, starting with the downpipe. That's my plan. So it turns out that the hardware, the bolts that it came with, you don't even use them anyway. Maybe they gave me the wrong bolt kit, because up there it's just nuts. These nuts, and I just use the factory ones, because why would I use ones from China when I got the nice ones right there? So far I've only got the one pipe on, but so far it's freaking nice. Nice. So one of the things that I've noticed out here, the tips are basically touching, so, and they're pushing really far, so obviously there's a lot of adjustability with how far out you want them, how far in you want them, and also these bracket bolts that I killed on there, looks like I have to loosen those up so it can droop down a little bit to not burn the plastics. The carbon fibers. But yeah, this back section is kind of a pain if you're by yourself, because it's pretty heavy, and then you've got 45 different donut things you're trying to get it into, and then now you got to connect the final pipe, and then, you know, everything's loose and it'll have to be adjusted and moved up and all that kind of stuff. One could spend multiple hours getting that just how they want it. So far though, pretty happy about it. Show you what I'm talking about real quick. All I did was loosen the 4 bolts here, and you can see how far down that dropped. So yeah, we're not burning anything now. We'll just gonna pretend we didn't see that, motherfuckers. Basically you just, you know, get it where you want it and tighten the bolts, which again, that's gonna be fun by yourself. That'll be all right though. Yep. And then basically just pull on it and it'll slide through those bushings, and now you can get it to come out a little bit more. Play with that for about 5 hours. All right, let's see what we got here. It's about as far out as you can put the tips, and I've got them down, yeah, a little over a ½ an inch. I'm gonna monitor that and make sure it's not melting anything. Let's get underneath here. So I say that's as far out as you can go, because let me put you in a better view. All right, so on these back bushings, you can look and see that it's slid all the way as far forward as it can go. So there's no more room. I didn't even notice that before. Noise. So yeah, there's no more room. Let me get you upside down here. These clamps are shit. I'll probably replace them in the future. I'd noticed down hither on the resonator, you could grab this by hand and twist it. After you thought that you had killed these on there, you could still twist that by hand. So I killed these even more. So I'm gonna have to go back after a heat cycle and either tighten these or replace them. But yeah, everything else, nothing's rubbing, nothing's touching, everything looks good. So I'm gonna go have me some dinner, because it's past dinner o'clock, and then we'll do a cold start on this. It better fucking sound good too, because well, all the sound clips that I listened to I liked, but I'm thinking this is a revised version. I'm telling you, none of them look like this, and they are not 3-inch like this. So this is gonna sound a lot different than what I've heard. So could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. My guess is it's gonna be a bad thing, because I liked what I heard. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. I just heard it, and I don't know where I'm going to put that clip at in the video, but it sounds freaking amazing. I am blown away from start to finish on this. I don't understand, unless it's got a lot of drone on the highway. It might. We're gonna find out here in a minute. If you may have already seen it, I don't know. But I don't understand why you would spend $1,500 in exhaust when this is 3-inch, fully stainless. Sounds amazing. It is 10 pounds heavier than stock, which is perfectly fine because it's bigger diameter. I'm cool with that. One of my big things is, can't really see them, it's dark out now. I wanted the 3 tips. I wanted it to look factory and sound enhanced, like an enhanced factory. I didn't want anything crazy like a straight pipe. I don't like the 2 exhaust tip ones. I don't like the 1 exhaust tip ones. This is exactly what I wanted. And maybe that might be, you know, some of the reason why you guys would get a different exhaust, because you don't like the 3 tips. So that's just preference. One cool thing about this exhaust, and it's probably the same with all of them, it's got that resonator, kind of like the factory one right there. But on this one, it's clamped on both ends. So you can take that off and straight pipe it, or you could, if it's too loud or if it's droning, you could put a better one in there with very little cost and effort. That is awesome. And the fact that they did that. Now, I wish they would have included a test pipe with it, but for $5.99, I'm not even complaining. But yeah, I'm gonna go get it out on the road. It is dark. See what it sounds like. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. Just kind of a normal drive. Second gear pull. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty damn good. We gotta get it on the highway now. Alright, we're going to attempt some normal driving with the windows up. I will say it's louder than I thought it was going to be. Rattling a piece of the door over there. Well, the real test is cruising on the highway. We'll see. Alright, we're just cruising now. I could easily have a conversation with somebody. Now you step on the gas and load it up. It's definitely coming in. You definitely get a little bit of drone if you're loading it in 6th gear. So I guess if you had the cruise set and it was climbing a big hill, you might have a little bit of cabin noise. But otherwise, guys, this sounds pretty nice actually. It's tame as hell. I'm gonna try to do a quick 3rd gear here. That sounds good. That's good. Good shit. Yeah, it's not bad. Just cruising in town in 5th gear. actually. And I will say, if you start kind of loading it up, it gets a little bit loud. I wouldn't say droney. Ah, fucking light. I wouldn't say droney. It's not like a straight pipe with a fart cannon. God, good lord, it's nothing droney like that. This just gets loud, and it's all bass. Alright, just got back from the drive. I guess this wraps this up. The only thing that I can complain about, I didn't pay much attention to the factory exhaust and how far it sticks out, but I mean, that's as far out as I can get these, and I would like them to be maybe another half an inch. Not much, just a half an inch. And I bet even that would kind of keep the noise down in the cabin, because it's not basically under the bumper. But yeah, it's as far out as it'll come. Other than that though, pretty nice. I do recommend. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.